This week on Tips and Tricks, 5 tips for making huge plays in Gigantic.
We'll talk about Mouspads.
And we'll interview mixer streamer casters.
All this and more on this week's Tips and Tricks.
Just trying.
Watch your shoulder.
Oh, my bad. Malik, that was great. Those were great dance moves.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Ethan Rothamel.
And I'm running on 2 hours of sleep, but also I'm Malik Prince.
And this is the show that helps you get the most out of your Xbox, Windows, and Mixer experience.
That's right. We'll give you tips on the latest features and tricks on tackling the newest games.
Nice shirt.
Oh, you want to bring it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's bring it up. Yesterday, I told you that I was going to wear this shirt.
No, you didn't. No,
I
you
did.
didn't.
That's the last thing I told Ethan. And guess what? You're wearing the shirt.
Dude, you did not
Now
tell
we're
me
matching.
that. You didn't tell me.
Ethan's making up his own history. But you know what? It's cool. You know what the issue is here? The issue is that nobody's going to be able to tell us apart. There's literally nothing between us two that will allow people to tell us apart.
I think you're right. I think that's a problem. How do we fix this situation? We're way too identical. I think
don't
you
know.
need it. I don't know what we do here.
Oh.
Chat might have an answer. I don't know.
You know? Okay. Sorry. Malik is the one with the chain on.
Okay,
So
so just so we're clear, Malik has the chain. Is that actually a chain?
it's a chain. It's ridiculous.
I do not. Okay.
Don't you have a wedding ring?
I do have a wedding ring.
There you go.
That's true.
And
we could have gone
scene.
with that. Yeah,
There you go.
scene. Oh, good job.
Acting. Roll the
Good
credits. We're done with the show. Just kidding. Let's
Moving
do it.
on, let's check out our 5 tips for the new game Gigantic.
5 tips for Gigantic. Gigantic is a new free-to-play MOBA by Motiga, but instead of minions and lanes, it's just an open battlefield. The roster of heroes you can choose from are surprisingly unique to Gigantic. Each has their own feel and playstyle. Plus, Motiga hopes to introduce a new hero every month. So we're here to help you get started with 5 tips for Gigantic. Tip number 1, getting Rampage. Each team has a Guardian they'll need to power up in order to take down the opposing Guardian. So when your Guardian gets enough power to do this, it's called Rampage. Achieving Rampage is easy once you realize almost everything gives you points towards it. Killing opposing heroes, killing the opponent's summons, or collecting power orbs are all simple ways to raise your Guardian's power. First team to hit 100 gets the Rampage, and when used, it will leave your opponent Guardians vulnerable to attacks. Wound a Guardian 3 times and you'll emerge from the match victorious. Team strategy is important here. Decide if you want to focus enemy frags or if you should try to take on enemy creatures. Depending on your situation, either choice could work. Side note, the difference in points during a Rampage affects how much damage your Guardian does to the opponents. You'll inflict a far greater amount of damage if it's 100 to 50 than you would if it was 100 to 90. Tip number 2, skill points. At the beginning of a match, your hero will start at level 1. Then, as you kill, summon, and collect, you'll earn XP and level up accordingly. When you reach a new level, you'll be awarded a skill point. You can apply the skill point in a whole bunch of ways. Each skill can be upgraded with a choice of 2 options. Some upgrades give modifiers to the skill, while others just increase damage. If you'd rather not dive into the math, Gigantic will recommend a skill upgrade for you. On the bottom left, you'll see a recommended skill to upgrade, and if you hold left on the D-pad, the game will auto-place that skill point, making it an easy choice for newcomers. Tip number 3, ping ping. As any well-seasoned MOBA player knows, communication is key. But if you're in matchmaking, there's a good chance your teammates aren't using voice chat. In this case, ping them. Pushing C on the keyboard or holding X on the Xbox controller will bring up the ping wheel. It's like a pinwheel, but with a G. I know my alphabets. The pings are sorted into different categories: fight, on my way, summon, and caution. Use these pings to let your allies know when you need help, or when you want to coordinate an attack. There is also a quick message system you can access using the D-pad. By memorizing where messages are located, you can ensure quick and efficient communication with your team. Tip number 4, focus. No, I'm not telling you to pay attention, although you should be. Focus is a special meter you can build up that allows you to use what is essentially your ultimate. The more focus you have, the more powerful your attack will grow. Each hero can hold up to 3 focus charges, which can be earned by dealing damage, healing allies, taking damage, and in some cases, dying. But I wouldn't count on that last one. Focus is a precious commodity, and if used correctly, it can be devastating to the enemy team. However, focus is also used to upgrade your creatures, which makes the summon much stronger, as well as increases their speed for capturing power. It's typically a good idea to upgrade your creatures early on, so they have an easier time aiding you. Tip number 5, heal me. There aren't many things in Gigantic that will auto-heal you when needed. It's very much a, oh, I'm about to die, retreat kind of game. Plus, if you go in guns blazing, you may just end up giving your opponent's guardian more power. But you do have a few healing options if you're retreating for your life. Some creatures' specific purpose is to heal you. Retreat to one of these creatures and they'll be sure to keep you well nourished. If you can't get to a creature, your best bet is to hide. If you stay out of combat for long enough, your health will start to regenerate. The longer you're out of combat, the faster it'll return. If you're in the middle of a murder spree, be sure to run around the corpses of those you've slain. When a hero falls, they'll drop health orbs for you as a thanks for ridding them of their losing team. Gigantic is a solid MOBA with a lot of unique aspects, and with so many MOBAs out there these days, Gigantic's change of formula is seriously refreshing. With a new hero added every month and the fact that it's free to play, this game is a great experience for all.
That game looks big.
Gigantic even.
Nice.
Nailed
Got him.
Nailed it.
I do want to shout out the artwork of that game, though.
Yeah,
'cause
it
actually,
is beautiful.
It's really pretty and
Yeah.
like super unique.
100%. Lots of cool colors and things and stuff, and
Yeah, and the best part about it, it's free.
it's free.
It's free.
So don't buy it because you can't buy it.
Were you
but
gonna say
get
go
it.
buy it? Were you
I was gonna say
so
go buy
buy
it, and then I messed up.
free.
So this is a live show, and we're in chat the whole time, and I feel like there's a call out for a dance off happening. So Ethan, it's time to dance off.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
What do you got for
I'm
me?
gonna start with one of these. One of these, yeah.
It's even better because there's no music.
I know.
Give me something.
I don't know. I
Like we're gonna hum.
let's just cut this. Okay. I know. I want to see what you got.
All right.
Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Whoa, even the producer back there.
Look
Hey.
at
Thank you. I was practicing
That
that.
was good.
I was practicing that the entire Gigantic segment.
Yeah, I saw you. It was good. Very good execution. So yeah, let us know in chat if you plan on watching the next episode because that was rough. All right. Anyway, it's time for our top 5 lists.
We're roundhouse kicking things off with a poll. What top 5 list should we cover next month?
All right. So we have a few
so
choices.
funny.
We have top 5 games with dogs.
Ooh, good choice, but I like the second one better. Top 5 video game dogs.
I don't think I can top the third choice. It's top 5 just pick dogs. We want to do this list.
You really do.
Yeah, it's been on for a while.
We put it up. I thought the internet liked animals. We put it up
know.
every poll, I feel like,
Yeah.
and no one will pick dogs.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if it's in the teleprompter because we just can't figure out more lists to make. Or
Like we've run out of
wanted
ideas.
dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
want
Anyway,
dogs.
all right. So before we get to the results of our poll, let's talk about the top 5 list for this week.
First is the top 5 paid games. At number 5, bumping Minecraft off for the first time in a long time is Friday the 13th, the game.
Friday the
Completely
13th.
opposite from Minecraft.
Oh, absolutely.
That is, it's good. It's good. I mean,
No,
what I'm
variety's
saying
spice
is,
of life.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And frankly, Minecraft's been on every show. I feel like it's been
Yeah.
on so many, so it's nice to see something else.
Yeah, making some room for new stuff. All right, number 4 is new to our list. It's Batman: The Enemy Within, the complete season.
Ooh, love
there
it.
you go. A
In it-
little gargoyle.
With the Joker on it.
Yeah. Oh, that's really impressive.
Brutal. In at number 3 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered.
Ooh, Call of Duty, exciting. I wasn't being sarcastic, I promise.
You
Only
sounded
those.
so sarcastic.
I know. Let's just move along. Number 2 is Hitman, the complete first season. Very good game.
It is. And wait, the first season, is that the most recent game that's out?
Yeah, this is the most recent game because
Nice.
they released it episodically.
Yeah,
and
right.
Yeah, I love this game.
That's awesome. That's amazing because you don't like mini games. Yeah.
Okay, the producer's making fun of me. I'm just gonna leave.
I am
because-
proud of you that you actually are talking about a different game though. Like that's cool. that
Well,
you-
the first episode is free, I'm pretty sure, and that's all I got through. So maybe it counts. I'm not
Oh, I could have seen that coming a mile away. Number 1 is Grand Theft Auto 5. Wow.
sure. 5. There we go.
Was that on last week?
What? Maybe. Don't know.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That kind of came back. I don't know.
Yeah.
People are buying those shark cards, I guess.
Would you live in Los Santos?
No, I would like walk out on the
Hey,
street and
listen.
get shot at, ran over. I don't.
Listen, there's some nice properties there. You just have to deal with everything else.
The constant violence,
You know-
missiles getting dropped on the city, tanks.
Well, take the good with the bad.
It's a lot of bad.
A lot of bad. Anyway, our next list is top 5 new games. At number 5 is Observer. This is a mind hack game, like you're literally hacking into people's minds. You play a neural detective, and it's your job to invade suspects' minds to find clues, relive their fears, and figure out what's going on in this cyberpunk horror game.
Ooh,
I didn't know we had teleprompter stuff for this. It kind of caught me off guard.
that was good though. I like the acting too.
Yeah,
That was
I know, for
great,
sure.
In the number 4 spot is Agents of Mayhem. You play as your choice of super agent in this open world action game where the goal is to grow your agency and ultimately defeat the shadowy supervillain organization known as Legion.
Ooh, I've heard good things about this game, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks hilarious. Look at this guy's shades. I love it. Oh.
Yeah. He's
I know I
he's
would
the
tilt
cool
my
guy.
glasses every time I killed somebody.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
You gotta make them fear you. All right, number 3 is Super Beat Sonic Track Pack. This is just a, right? That's how you say it?
No, hold on. I want to hear you say that again.
Super Beat Sonic Track Pack. There you go. This is just a track pack for the rhythm game. It originally came out for the PS Vita back in 2015, but now that it's out for console, people seem to be digging this game again.
I am so bad at those kind of games. So
I don't even
bad
know,
at those.
I don't even know what kind of game it is. If I didn't read it, I
I think that
don't
image
know.
is all that chat cares about.
Yeah.
In at number 2, it's Sonic Mania. It literally came out this morning, which is probably the only reason it's not at number 1 yet.
Yeah.
You should be playing this game for obvious reasons. It's all about nostalgia. Yes, even like people all over the office are talking about this game today.
Yeah,
It's,
Sonic Mania.
it's great. It
I-
looks amazing.
I didn't have a Sega console growing up, but Sonic was always one of those games that I really wanted to play just because it's so fast. It's like a complete different thing from Mario. But Sonic is awesome, and maybe I'll pick it up.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Wow.
If you take a
Thanks for the
picture with that,
confidence.
you might break the internet. That would be, you need to prove every purchase you buy from now on. Like, yes,
Okay.
I did buy this
Follow
game.
me on Twitter at 131King. Oh my God. Just kidding. Don't follow me.
No, it's good. It was good. Fine.
Yeah. All right. And in at number 1 for top new game is Ken Follett's The Pillars of the Earth. This game is based on Ken Follett's bestseller, The Pillars of the Earth. Why did I get that one? I guarantee you I didn't write that, but I love it anyway.
That was good. Yeah.
It's 12th century England during a time of poverty and war, but since you get to play as the characters, you get to change the events of the book and the fates of the characters.
I actually love when you can do that in games.
Yes.
Who's the author?
It's Ken Follett. Not to be confused with Ken Follett. Yeah.
Not to be, I think it's Ken Filet.
Oh, well,
It's not. It's
just
not.
gonna go.
I
Goodbye.
totally made that up.
just kidding. Okay.
During the last show, you guys voted for this. Oh, are we doing our vote or the votes in? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. I want to hear it first.
Top 5 video game dogs.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you.
all right.
Finally.
We're talking about dog games next week.
Yeah. Was it? Okay.
Oh, I guess there's a dog in here or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
That-
All right.
that's
I think
very
there's
good.
strict rules against that. Let's,
Yeah. Good. I'm happy we're going to do that list.
yeah, me too. It's about time, chat.
About time.
All right. Now, during last show, you guys voted for this week's top 5. So here's our list for top 5 mystery games.
In at number 5 is Alan Wake. Love this game.
Super spooky.
One of my favorite Xbox 360 games. Remedy is so good at telling a story.
Did you get scared when you played it? Like, because some people, it's like, I don't know. Some people get really scared when they
For
play
me,
the
it wasn't
Alan
that
Wake games.
scary. I don't think it was that scary, but it was very suspenseful. But yeah, it was cool, and it had a really good story. And I think we need more single player games like that.
Yeah. I would 100% agree. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Our number 4 pick, The Wolf Among Us. I love this game. Oh my God, I love this game. Did you play it? You should.
I didn't.
It's like fairy tales all set in like a modern New York City, or I guess like maybe the 80s. I think I can't remember. Someone in chat might know, but it's like So it's basically imagine your fairy tales pretending to be real humans in a modern day setting. It is cool,
Nice.
but like people murder each other, so it makes it cooler.
Very few games don't have murder,
Yeah.
as it turns out. In at number 3,
No, I feel like they do. No, I'm just
that's
saying.
in at number 3, it's L.A. Noire.
Ooh.
Love this game.
Yeah, the motion capture.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. Like this game had facial animations that were so good that literally there was a game mechanic based off of it. You could tell whether someone was lying or maybe they were lying, but or maybe they were telling the truth. I don't know.
Yeah, and it was pretty early on, so like I remember all the reactions kind of being cheesy. Like one guy'd be like, that guy's clearly
It
lying.
was very obvious. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
But it was cool when it came out because there had never been anything like that.
Right.
Like it was. Oh,
Yeah.
I think I stayed in and I beat it in a day or like 2 days. Like I
Ooh.
played it 16 hours straight. I loved
Nice.
LA
We need a
Noire.
sequel. Somebody make that happen, please.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that company went under. Not Rockstar, but the whatever.
Team Bondi, I think.
Was that what it was?
Tell us if we're wrong.
Number 2 is What Remains of Edith Finch. This is actually a pretty new title.
Yeah.
All three, the company that has made this game has made a couple others as well. All of them I would recommend, but What Remains of Edith Finch is in my opinion, my game of the year.
Oh, that's
I don't
big.
know, that or PUBG, but like it is, it's really good. If you haven't played it, it is amazing and super dark. It's
Nice.
spooky.
That title alone makes me really want to play the game. It's a super kind of like, I don't know what I'm saying. I've only had 2 hours of sleep. And our number 1 pick for a top mystery game is Heavy Rain for the PS3. Great game. Great game.
How could anything else be number 1? Heavy
Yeah.
Rain was so story driven, and like the influences and the changes to the game that you made by your gameplay was so great
Yeah.
and like significant.
Yeah, amazing plot twist at the end, which we won't spoil. But like, I didn't have a PlayStation 3, but I sat there and I watched my friend play the whole game. 'Cause
That's
it
awesome.
It was so good.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So
And you could like kill characters early, and then their
Yeah.
whole story arc could be gone for the rest of the
change,
game.
yeah. It's such a good game. So pick it up if you can.
Yes.
If you can't, watch it on YouTube.
Yes, and I think we have a couple honorable mentions that didn't make the list. One of them, for me, and maybe someone in chat knows this game, Everybody's Gone to Rapture. If you haven't played it, it's from the same guys that made What Remains of Edith Finch. I bawled like a baby when I played that game. It was so good. It was
Nice.
a beautiful story.
Nice.
And it's all, it's like Tacoma. What did you call that? Like narrative. Like there's no, you don't fight
Narrative-driven,
anybody
right.
in that game. You just walk around and you have to find out a whole like village vanishes. A
Yeah.
village in the UK vanishes, and you're trying to figure out what happened.
Nice.
It's great.
Second honorable mention is Carmen Sandiego. Where in time is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah. We're in the world.
We're in the world.
We're in the world.
Sorry. Yeah, We're in the World is
Yeah,
Carmen Sandiego.
yeah, but still.
Wasn't that a show? Was that a show?
It was a show.
Yeah,
on
I watched the
WB,
show.
I think.
I didn't play the game, but I watched the show for sure. So, one of the producers said back. I think that's Dora the Explorer, right?
That was yes.
But
But yeah, What Remains of Carmen Sandiego, that has to be in every list for every mystery because
sure.
at least I don't know. We're getting to a point where people don't remember that reference, but
Yeah.
well, I don't know where in the world she is.
Did they ever find her?
I don't think they did.
Maybe we. How
She's with Matt Lauer.
this show's all about ratings. How great would it be if we found her?
If we found her on the show.
We went for a search and we found Carmen Sandiego. Imagine that interview.
Oh my gosh. Scott, book it.
Look it.
All right.
We're
Yeah,
going.
next episode we interview Carmen Sandiego. You guys heard it here first.
There you go.
I have no idea how we're gonna pull that off. Let's move on.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, sounds good. We have a very special guest with us here to talk about mice and mouse pads. Please welcome Drew Peterson. Drew.
True.
Hey, how you guys doing?
How's it going,
Good to
Drew?
see you again.
Always
Good
good
to see you.
man.
How are you guys?
I love your shirt. We
Yeah.
had to shout it out.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah,
Here,
great,
this
man.
is about as OG as a
you go.
Xbox Live
Beta
shirts gets.
tester.
That's
Xbox Live.
vintage,
That's pretty sick.
15 years old. So,
That's awesome.
guys, I brought you some cool toys to show you today. Are you ready for
Yes,
this?
yes.
What
very
did you bring
excited.
us
All
today?
right, so I'm in charge of PC gaming peripherals and Windows. I was here a couple weeks ago to show headphones. We have plans to come back. I'm going to be here for most of the summer to show you guys cool stuff. And so
Yes.
today,
Nice.
I wanted to show you the coolest, latest, greatest gaming mouse pads and mice.
Sounds
Am
great.
I good? Okay.
Yeah.
First off, we'll do some companies that you guys are probably familiar with.
Look at this.
This is a new mouse and mouse pad from Razer. So here you're looking at the Lancehead Tournament Edition mouse. This is a symmetrical mouse that's been designed for esports. It's got 1600 DPI, which is one of the highest DPIs that you can get in any mouse. Features 450 inch per second tracking and 50 million clicks. So you can click this a lot of times, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
50
Now,
million.
Malik, when you click, that is how you shoot somebody in a game that is not on Xbox. Continue.
This guy's trying to be a funny guy.
That was a good one.
That's awesome.
The mouse pad, as you can see here, is got RGB lighting around the outside of it,
Yeah.
which is kind of the new standard for these mouse pads that are connected. Razer, this is their cloth. They also offer one with a hard surface, and so you can choose whether you like a cloth or a soft, kind of quiet or a hard surface. But really cool, it integrates with their Chroma and all the other devices, and so you can actually literally tell this pad what color you want it to be and have it match your
Oh,
mouse.
nice. That's
Yep.
awesome.
That is
love it.
That's
fantastic.
Razer.
So
That is-
sleek.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
We also have another lit mouse pad here by SteelSeries.
I might like this one a bit more.
Yeah,
even,
that's pretty
possibly.
gorgeous.
That one, if you tip it up a little bit here,
Yeah,
you can
I got
see,
you, I got you.
cool. So That actually has the light ring around the top, and so it's a little bit visible in a different way. Again, with all these devices, they're super subjective to the end user. The reason I'm showing you 2 SteelSeries mice is that these actually just came out the same day last week. Brand new mice. This is the Sens 310 and the Rival 310. These are 2 mice that they're featuring something called true 1-to-1. Do you guys know what that means?
I do not.
One-to-one movement.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah,
So it's the holy grail for every
that,
mouse
Ethan.
manufacturer is to get true 1-to-1, which just means I move it and my cursor moves and there's no lag.
Sure.
And so with the measurements they've done, these guys are boasting that. It's a pretty bold claim. I've played with it. As far as I can tell,
pretty
it looks
good.
pretty good. Yeah.
Jeez.
That is
One of these is ambidextrous, and so you could use it right-handed or left-handed. The other one's more of a right-handed mouse. They both
yeah.
feature RGB lighting, as you can see, so you can, again, match this up with your mouse pad, get all of your hardware looking, and the same. We're going to actually be back in a couple weeks to do a whole show on RGB lighting where you guys will be able to play with everything here.
That sounds awesome.
I'm
That
so
sounds
excited.
awesome.
This mouse pad is a little different than the one you just saw. It actually pops up here, and you can choose which side it comes with. Both surfaces, the hard
Fancy.
surface and the claw surface. So that's kind of a cool differentiator.
Can I feel?
Yeah, sure.
Do you know what the difference is, or is it personal preference between a cloth and a hard
It
surface?
really is. It comes down to personal preferences in sound, speed, resistance. A lot of times a mouse will have pads on the bottom like these as well, and it's
Yeah.
how does it react against those pads. And so it's really subjective, but it lets you really define the exact mouse and keyboard, mouse and mouse pad experience that you guys want to have.
That is awesome.
These are both $59. The pad itself is also $59, and that's the latest from SteelSeries.
Very cool.
Oh, such a beautiful.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
The other thing I'll show you from SteelSeries, which is sort of interesting, and most companies are doing that these days, is they're making something called extra large mouse pads.
Wow.
So we can flop that one down there. That's an
think this-
extra large pad from SteelSeries.
This wouldn't even fit in my apartment. This is
Yeah.
They're really
awesome.
hiking up rent this
for
time
real.
of year.
It's a
And this is, I really like this. I don't use a mouse pad that's this big. I use one that's about half the size, but it's because I like to have my arm on it. I like to have the feeling. Some people want to put their keyboard on top of a non-skip surface. This literally would house your entire gaming thing. And then
Yeah.
you also you might have a real expensive headphone. You might have RGB lighting on that headphone, so it's nice to have a soft surface to put something down on. But you'll see a few more of these actually potentially as we go along here. Seems every company is making a choice of super huge all the way down to really small.
Jeez. Can I hold it?
Yeah.
You could actually drape that around yourself
Yeah.
and use it as a shawl.
This is measured in. This is like 2 steins long.
Ooh,
This is so big.
Shots fired.
That's
Like-
great.
Oh, that's like a cape. Yeah.
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I'm computer man.
Yeah.
I've never had a girlfriend.
It's like
All right, next we've got our friends from Logitech. Unfortunately, the Logitech box didn't make it in the mail this week,
No.
and they were going to send me their brand new mouse pad. It's a wireless charging mouse pad, super cool. I promise it's in the mail. I talked to them today, and it'll be here for the RGB show. In the meantime, though, I think we should show off a couple of their pads. So they've got a kind of a medium-sized pad.
I like the size. Yeah.
And then this
Yeah.
is like a hard surface pad that you can get in a standalone pad, and that actually is a big favorite up and down our hallway. People that aren't gamers are kind of liking this just because it's a super tracky pad for
sure.
business use.
Yeah.
Because I don't have their new 903, which is the other mouse that they're sending me, my favorite mouse from last year was the 602. This is a wireless mouse with a variety of buttons on there.
Look at that.
You get
Feel that.
25 hours of battery life out of that with 2 AA batteries, which is ridiculous amount of battery life. There's 11 programmable buttons.
11.
Yeah, there's like 1, 2. I mean,
Yeah,
you said it. I was
well,
gonna
and what's
actually
nice
count
is they're kind of out of the way, and so if you don't need that many, your thumb is right over here, and so they're really there where you need them, and they
Yeah.
don't really kind of get in your way. Again, great partners. They make really cool stuff, and I promise I'll show you their newest stuff when it comes in next show.
Good, I'm
Nice.
glad.
Yeah.
I'm always scared to play like shooters and stuff with a wireless mouse, but this
So
thing
you
is
know,
beefy.
these days you really don't have to be. The technology is such that
So
that
advanced.
it's really now it's not going to give you the exact one-to-one performance that a wired mouse would.
Sure.
But if you don't like the cord, if you don't have room for a cord, sometimes I've been doing a lot of couch gaming lately,
Yeah.
where I'm sitting with a little small table on my lap and I'm using my projector in my living room, and having a wireless mouse is really critical for
sounds
that.
nice.
Nice.
All right, so you guys have heard of those partners. Now let's talk about 2 or 3 partners that are new to the scene, that are producing stuff. This is a partner you've heard of before, but they have new products out. So Creative Labs, or Sound Blaster, which has been around forever, have these 2 mice. So this one's got kind of a cool design on it. They also have a mini pad here.
How is this mini and these are medium? These are huge.
Yeah. Relative. It's all relative.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's not the size that counts.
So this is the M04 mouse. It's a $64.99 mouse. Features a unique RGB lighting system where you can see it's actually going around. It's underneath there, actually. So it's kind of different than the other brands, the lighting scheme.
That looks sick.
It also features programmable buttons. It's got 3 different levels based on this little button here of DPI. And so if you're sniping and you want to go down to super, super precise, you can do that really quickly. Go back out to driving maybe or flying. Their pad here features a nice design, and then they've got a small, more portable travel one. And you know what? They sent me extras.
What?
So we're going to do a giveaway. I guess you guys will figure out how to do this, but I'll let you guys figure out which lucky user out there gets the mini and gets the regular mouse pad from Creative.
Yeah, giveaway.
That's right. Thank you so much, Drew.
Thank you to Creative for that. So I'll let you guys go ahead and figure out how to give those away.
Yeah.
We'll get these to good homes.
Yeah, we'll get to your back pocket. Yes. So we will be giving those away next week.
Yeah.
So make sure you tune in at 3 p.m. next week. We're going to actually do the giveaway at 3:30. Is that the plan? Okay. Giveaway will be at 3:30 next week.
Yeah.
And you won't be here.
Great.
I won't be here, yes.
Yeah. Great.
Couple more partners.
Yeah.
So we got another sort of monster pad here. This is a company called Rocat. And Rocat is a company out of Germany.
my.
They build really, really kind of amazing differentiated products. They're really trying to do things completely different than any other company. So this is the Tyon mouse. They also have a wireless version of this called the Leader that just came out. This has got some really unique features on it. For instance, it has this paddle on the left-hand side, which I've never seen on a mouse before. But the idea of this mouse is it can give you semblance of kind of controls that you might have with a flight stick in a mouse. And so you can do your yaw and pitch. You can assign that to whatever. It also has something called the fin. I've never seen this on a mouse either, but this is a fin button that's on the top. It kind of sticks up like a shark dorsal
Move
fin.
left to right.
And it's really between your 2 fingers, and so it's sort of out of the way there. But those are 2 unique features that Rocat has. And again, with all these mice, they're super subjective to the kind of gamer you are, the kind of game you're playing.
Sure.
The Tyon is $99. Their mouse pad, this even monstrous big mouse pad, is $29.99. So that's actually a pretty good price for a rather large mouse pad.
Look nice in your entryway, Malik.
Absolutely.
Look at that blue.
Shoes off at the door.
Yeah, and you know, the blue is kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, I
I
dig
sort
it.
of like that. It's their non-skid, but you could flip it over easily and use it.
Yeah.
The other thing about this mouse is it also has a pretty unique RGB lighting system around the side that's different from all of its competitors.
Does that change on its own? Okay. I thought you were doing that with the push of a button. For a
Yeah,
second, I
no,
was
and
like,
it's just
what?
right now it's just going through its glow because I've got it hooked to power. When we do the RGB show, I'm going to show you guys how you can absolutely tailor all of these peripherals to the exact color you want. The kinds of buttons that they've got in software to make it do different things are really cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome, too.
Finally, one last partner to show you guys here. Pull this down.
So many mouse pads.
HyperX is a spin-off from the company that a lot of people know, Kingston.
aside.
Kingston makes hard drives. HyperX is the gaming brand of Kingston. HyperX has this monstrous huge mouse pad here, a smaller mouse pad there,
Hold this up for a sec.
and they've got a brand new mouse as well. This is the HyperX Pulse Force mouse right here. The cool thing about this is they actually sell the mouse and the mouse pad together. So it's a $49 mouse and mouse pad combination. I kind of like the back pattern on this one as well. That's got non-skid, but so yeah, that's a brand new mouse with RGB lighting. It's a little bit more value priced, and so if you're on a budget and you can't afford a $150 mouse or a $79 mouse, this is a $49 mouse with a gaming mouse pad.
Oh, that was nice of them.
And Fury also sent me, HyperX sent me extras. So we've got a monster huge mouse pad giveaway and a mouse plus mouse pad giveaway for you guys next week.
Ooh,
Thank you,
giveaways
Drew.
galore.
This
These
is
are
a $29 mouse pad for the large one and a $49 combo here.
Nice.
So,
Oh, so many cool
These are
things.
great. This is so cool.
I really just love the colors.
Yeah.
But the mice are cool too.
I could see you spend a lot of time in RGB.
Yeah, for sure.
Mixing colors. Do you have a favorite color, Drew?
you know,
favorite color?
red is
Yeah,
kind of my
tough
color.
For
These
gaming, I should have said that.
yeah, for gaming. All of these products feature 16.8 million colors.
Oh, okay.
So pretty much any color you want, you can make the hardware be.
Yeah,
not enough according
Need
to
more.
Ed.
Yeah.
You need more? I'll let the partners know
Thank
that.
you,
Maybe we
thank
could
you.
bump it up to 32 million or
Yeah,
something.
that'd
Yeah.
be great. That'd be great.
So
Anyway, that's what I got.
yeah, so many different varieties, and like I know price is one of those things, and there's price ranges as we discussed. So maybe one day I might pick one of these up.
For what reason?
Or I won't be here next week, so maybe I'll just enter into the giveaway.
Okay.
I can't do that.
Drew, thank you so
much.
much.
Thanks, guys.
This is amazing.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. Give them a
Drew.
round of applause. Giveaways to be had next week.
So many giveaways.
Hold on, I'm going to get caught. Okay.
get
Bring my
caught.
tail around here.
There we go.
Look at all this stuff.
So many things. We're on the tape. All right. So now let's talk about another important part of gaming, accessibility. A few weeks back, I got to sit down with Evelyn and Bryce from the accessibilities team to talk about all the awesome features on Xbox. Let's take a look. All right, we are here with Evelyn and Bryce from the accessibilities team. How are you all doing today?
Great.
Good.
Awesome. All right, so let's talk about some ease of access features. But actually, before we do that, let's get some background on you two. What do you do at Xbox? What do you do here?
So I'm a program manager on Xbox, and my primary role is accessibility, making
Nice.
sure that we build a product for people with disabilities.
I love that.
And I'm on the Xbox design team, and I focus on inclusive design.
Fantastic. I love that. So ease of access settings, what are they on Xbox One? Just high level.
Well, we've got a whole suite of accessibility features that make it easier for people to use our product. We have features that help people with low or no vision, people with limited hearing, people who are nonverbal, and a variety of other features that make it much easier for people with disabilities to use Xbox.
Nice. Making gaming for everyone. Just like your shirt says.
Just like the
What are the
shirt.
chances? What are the chances? Cool. So before we actually get into the actual features and ease of access, let's talk about the development process. Before you even identify you want to make a certain feature, how do you go about that entire process?
So we start with the community. We actively go out and sort of engage gamers with disabilities and ask them what they want and what they're kind of into, what they need. And then we bring those features back into our pipeline where we try to put them into development.
Nice.
And then I work with the feature teams to make sure that we're building the products that are usable for our users. And then we actually bring people onto our Microsoft campus,
Ooh,
into
cool.
our user research team, and have them walk through these features and make sure that they're actually usable. We also leverage
awesome.
the Insider program as well, where we have people that are part of the early program and give us feedback as we're developing.
Insiders are so valuable
They
to
are.
Xbox.
Absolutely.
I love it. All right, so let's dive right in. Let's talk about a few of these. Let's begin with high contrast. What is the high contrast ease of access feature?
So high contrast is it's a way to make the UI more readable for people with low vision. Increasing contrast just makes things easier to read. And so Evelyn's going to turn on the setting. We basically follow what Windows does for high contrast, except we have a slightly unique take on it from Xbox's point of view, because we have a linear focus model, whereas Windows has basically a cursor, a mouse.
Sure.
So for us, that focus state that's blue right now is really important. We want to make sure that there's only one of those on the screen so that if you're a low vision user,
You can see it.
you can see it. Where it's
Yeah.
blue is basically where you're at.
I love that. Let's talk about the magnifier feature.
Yeah.
What exactly is the magnifier feature? It sounds self-explanatory, but let's see if we're right.
It kind of is. It's exactly that.
Yeah.
It helps people that are low vision make it easier for them to actually see the UI. So sometimes, I'm sure you've experienced this when you're sitting in your living room, you're 10 feet away from your TV and the text is pretty small.
Yeah.
Imagine if your vision was not as good as yours is.
Be a
and
bit harder.
It'd be much harder.
Yeah.
So we've added this feature to make it possible for people to make the screen bigger, easier to see. So you
Awesome.
can turn it on through the ease of access section that we were showing before, or there's a shortcut.
You hit the guide button and hit the menu button.
Exactly.
All right, so how do you control the magnifier? How do you zoom in, zoom out, move around the screen
So it's very easy. You can use the triggers to zoom,
to zoom in?
and you can use the right stick to pan around the UI.
All right, so let's move on to narrator, right? And so I used to work on Xbox support on Twitter, and a lot of the tweets that we get about narrator are like, my Xbox is speaking to me. What is happening right now? So let's settle this once and for all. What is the voice that they are hearing?
Well, narrator is mostly used by those who are blind, but it's also used by those who are low vision. And it's pretty self-explanatory. It narrates the UI.
Everything on the screen, right?
Yep. So if you can't see your screen, you can hear it. We actually have blind users that use Xbox with just the controller and a headset, and they're sitting in different rooms. They're not even anywhere near their TV.
That's so amazing. That's so amazing. That is fascinating. So let's test it out here.
So just like many of the other ease of access features, you go into the settings app, and at the bottom is the ease of access section, and narrator is there. And you can turn it on via this checkbox.
Narrator on checkbox.
Nice.
Narrator
But
is a screen reader
very
that reads
similar to
text, buttons,
magnifier,
and
you
items
could
on your
also
screen
press and hold the guide
Narrator works
button
best with a keyboard.
and hit the menu
Some things
button,
may not work with a controller.
and you'll be able to turn on narrator from anywhere within the UI.
That's amazing.
In addition to that, there's some settings that make it more customizable for people that want different voices or want different speeds or pitch for those voices as well.
Nice. So it's really all out, all the different settings, the way you can adjust it. That's awesome. All right. So the narrator, can we use it in other apps?
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and go
Sign in
to
tab,
My
11 of
Games
9.
and
Selected.
Apps.
Achievements tab, 2 of 9. Selected. Messages tab, Guide tab, Home button. Games and Apps button. My Games and Apps, Movies and TV.
And let's
7
go
of
ahead and
17.
launch Movies and TV.
Selected.
Nice. And you even hear it calling out what number of the app you're on. And that's
Bonus
awesome.
From $14.99, 2 of 25. Movies and TV, Trailers button.
Nice. And then it just shows you and speaks everything to you. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
I love that. So if gamers want to submit feedback, they can go to feedback.xbox.com, right? That's where you go to submit feedback on anything on Xbox. But of course, there's a specific section for ease of access.
We have a specific section for ease of access settings, so please go there and submit your feedback. It's pretty active.
Yeah, I
And
love
we
that.
use that to build better products.
Build better products. That's what it's all about. Xbox. All right. Thank you so much, Evelyn and Bryce, for stopping
Thank
by
you.
to show us these awesome features. Back to the live show.
Hey, that was a really good segment, Malik.
Great.
Yeah, I liked your haircut a lot more.
Thanks. Don't worry. I'll be getting one soon. Don't make fun of me too much.
All right, well, we have another interview to do now. No, it was good. I wasn't making fun of you. Please join me in welcoming special guest Jason Howard, a program manager from the Windows Insider Engineering.
All right.
Howdy.
Jason.
Jason,
How's it going?
good to meet you, man.
Jason,
Thanks for having me.
thanks
Yeah,
for
how are ya?
coming on the show.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
How about yourselves?
So why don't well,
Killer.
dude,
I think the show's been
It seems like a fun show, so I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, this show's
was
been
good.
great.
it was good.
Yeah.
Again, it's tough when we're doing these interviews
Yes.
because I think the chat struggles to tell us apart.
Yeah, apps.
yeah.
Yes, I think that's the
Other
biggest
than
problem
that,
on the show.
we'll work on it.
Yeah.
We'll have a schedule.
Yeah.
So, will you tell us a little bit about what you do at Microsoft?
So my name is Jason Howard, I'm program manager here at Microsoft. I am part of the Windows Insider engineering team. We run the Windows 10 beta program. Started back in November or October of 2014. Still ongoing today. Have tons and tons of insiders all around the world. There's over 10 million registered insiders. And then we have obviously an active participant base who take new flights, talk to us about Windows, things they want to see. If they find bugs, they report bugs, give us
Nice.
feedback. We try to change and update the product along the way and make it better for everybody.
That's very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
what is the Windows Insider? What is the entire program?
So the program in itself, if you look back at the history of Windows development, so you go back, back to 3 to XP, Vista, 7, 8, so on and so forth. There was very long, drawn-out beta, right? Where it would be there would be one beta build come out, it'd be 6, 8 months, a year. The next beta version would come out. With the Insider program, it was to bring those who were testing the product to give feedback and help us uncover bugs along the way, and bring them closer to the development cycle so that they could give us faster feedback, we could make more changes along the way, and to reduce that lag time in between.
Yeah.
So not only do we not have 3-year development cycles for creating builds of Windows, we're now down to 6 months. We're releasing biannually. We have insiders taking builds near weekly. We try to get builds out every single week.
Oh, wow.
And then we have different ring structures. So if you're like to live on the cutting edge and you're willing to risk some riskier stuff, right? You should be in the fast ring. If you prefer a little more stability, you can be on the slow ring. Or if you want to get it just as we're in essence finished, trying to push it out to the rest of the globe, you can be in the release preview ring, and then you can test like the in essence patch updates that kind of come out every month after that.
So why would someone want to participate? Like to all the people in chat right now, like what would you tell them to get them interested? And
Yeah, so the Insider program, it's a chance to get to see what's coming next before everybody else. If you have used Windows in the past, like if you want to test it out for your company, for your business, on your home machines, if you want to be the first of all your friends to know what's coming next and learn about the changes, the new features that are coming, and be able to tell everybody else, right? There's something to be said for being the person who's in the know, right? There's a spirit of being in the program. The same thing it happens with there's an Office Insider program, there's an Xbox Insider program.
Yeah.
Like Windows was the first to do it, and it's catching on, and other parts of Microsoft are kind of getting on board, and we're kind of bringing other teams into the fold. It's an exciting thing that we kind of kicked off, and once people saw the success and the feedback and the interaction we're getting with users who are in essence our biggest fans, right? They're the ones that are trying to connect with us soon and just kind of stay ongoing and knowing what we're doing. It's been an overwhelming success.
Yeah,
That's
it's really,
an awesome success story.
It's cool that like you get your biggest fans involved and like you're taking constructive criticism and ideas from them, and
Of course.
that's really awesome.
And that's the thing is constructive criticism, right? Is we're always open to feedback, right? Whether it's somebody wants to see a change in how a UI is set up, they want more colors, more options, rearrange your settings, things like that. We get everything from nitpicks on fonts and, hey, could this be a hue slider in this particular settings menu, things like that, all the way to, hey, this build, I can't boot my machine anymore. You guys really made a mistake here. So all across the entire spectrum of everything you can imagine, we get feedback on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So how would you describe a typical Windows insider?
Somebody who uses Windows. Early on in the program, I would say it was the die-hard Windows fans that were more IT pros. Right? Over the course of the program, one of the things that we've done is focus on trying to make the program broader reach to more people around the world. The more groups of people that we can get in who have different types of interest and use the operating system in different ways, it helps us build Windows for the entire world. So it's not just folks using it in an IT lab or using it in a corporate environment or gamers only, right? We want people that if you're a creative type or if you want to set up and get your family members involved, anybody can be a member of the program. There are no restrictions other than as long as you were of legal adult age in your company, or excuse me, in your country.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, and just have a computer that has Windows on
You
it.
need a computer for that.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
So, can you walk us through how to kind of navigate the website, and like explain how someone would join the program?
Yeah, absolutely. So, thankfully, we just redid our website a few weeks ago. Like,
perfect timing.
it's perfect timing for
Perfect
us to actually have this conversation. Insider.windows.com is the place to go and start. You start there. It gives you an overview of what the program is, what you're kind of getting yourself into, so you're not just jumping in blindly.
Sure.
It discusses the ring structures, so what the fast ring is versus the slow ring. There's tips and tricks, FAQs.
Hey.
Yeah, hey.
Nice. Look at that.
How to get the original build. So obviously you need to be on Windows 10. So you have to have a machine that's already either running Windows 10 or you can be on 7 and 8 and then take what's called an ISO. And if you're an insider, you will learn what an ISO is because we talk about it all the time. You take an ISO, put that on your machine, and it gets you into 10. If you're already on Windows 10, you can actually just go to Settings, go to Update, and then there's an actual Windows Insider item on the left column, and you can actually enroll straight from your machine. You don't actually have to go to the website. You can just start straight from your PC.
So it's quite easy.
Yeah,
all in all.
absolutely. And that was the reason for designing it that way. Yeah.
That's great. So how do you keep people updated? I know you guys were talking about Twitter a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So the main way we connect with users inside Windows 10, there's the feedback hub. So we publish announcements in there. We also are on the Windows blog, which is just blog.windows.com.
Yeah.
There's a section for Windows Insider. But the main channel where we do external engagement is actually on Twitter. So you can find us on Twitter at Windows Insider. You can find me personally at North Face Hiker. I do a lot of one-to-one type troubleshooting and interaction. So you can catch the handles there. And then also my boss, who is Donna Sarkar, her Twitter handle is at Donna Sarkar. She is kind of the face of the program overall. She does the build announcements. She talks about some of the external engagements we do, like charity work, the Winsiders for Good program. There's all kinds of information that she shares, the information, the kind of the partnerships we do with marketing here in Microsoft. There's all kinds of good back and forth that happens there. So those 3 channels are in essence the big ones to stay tuned to.
Yeah.
And then of course we do additional outreach. So there's some folks from the Shell team that are actually out on Reddit. So if you're in the the Windows section of Reddit, then we also have the Answers Forum, the Microsoft Answers Forum. There's an entire Windows Insider section, so you can actually do troubleshooting and information sharing with other peer insiders there as well.
Nice.
And
I love the engagement. On
yeah,
that.
yeah. You guys also on top of all of this, you guys stream, right?
Stream.
Yeah, absolutely.
stream.
Of course, right?
Yeah.
So we do monthly webcasts. I'll just say we got into it by accident. Right?
Really?
Oh, nice.
So as part of the development cycle of Windows, over just say there's 6 months, right? We try to do 2 what are called bug bashes, which is during these particular phases, we're like super hardcore about trying to find bugs. Hey, tell us anything you haven't reported, or these builds were super duper laser focused. If there's anything important, we build a bunch of quests that are like, hey, you can walk through these scenarios and test out these new features you may not know about. And then there's different environments. So like when we launched Bash, so when there was Linux that popped up as this subsystem, when we launched in like the My People feature, we made some updates to maps, things so on and so forth. There's tons of quests that'll show up. So back in November of last year, we decided to host a webcast, and we just did this random broadcast on Twitter. We're like, hey, we're going to be live, and of course, this was back when Mixer was still Beam, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we hosted one, and then people were like, hey, this was cool. So when February rolled around, we actually tried to do it again, and we got double the viewers we had the first time. And people were like, y'all really should do this more often. And we're like, okay, we got to make this a thing.
That is great.
Yeah.
So not only is it during the bug bashes now, what it's kind of turned into is a monthly series where I know most folks that are on Mixer broadcast very frequently. For us, it's a monthly type series. We'll announce it 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time. It should go out in the Insider newsletter. When you register for the Insider program, you'll start getting newsletters from us once a month. We don't spam and flood you with emails. There's a ton of really good information in there. We'll announce schedules on when we'll be doing broadcasts, things of that nature. But we go through and do these, and we've tried to make this, in essence, an educational series. So like our June webcast was all about deployment, which is the process of us taking a build once we say it's ready to go externally to the insiders, making sure it gets to their machine, it installs properly, and then gets back up so they can actually boot in and become productive once again. And we're talking about error codes they might see, the different phases of the install.
Pretty in depth.
Yeah, so some of these get super technical in nature, and so it's a great opportunity for those who either don't know much about how the backside of Windows actually works to become educated on it, as well as those who really they do this, like this is their daily type job, to give them some more of those insights and tidbits that they may know some of this, but we shine some light in the darker corners they may not have seen before.
Nice. More teams should be doing that.
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic.
It's our viewership continues to increase months over month,
That's
and
so
one of the
cool.
things that we're trying to do a better job is actually say, hey, we're out there, we're on Mixer, we're doing this, and then do a good job of telling people when it's going to be.
So where can they find those streams? What's your Mixer handle?
It's mixer.com/Windows Insider.
Nice.
It's
Self-explanatory.
Yeah,
Easy
Simple
peasy.
to the
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
And so there's the past VODs are still up there, right? You can see most of them there. And then as we progress, of course, over the course of time, we're actually going to keep a full repository of them up on our website. So they'll also be up on insider.windowscom.com as well.
Awesome. One more time, the website for people signing up.
Insider.windows.com.
Nice.
This has been fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much. This is
Absolutely.
great. Yeah.
Appreciate you
for
having me.
stopping by.
Yeah.
you, Jimmy.
Looking forward to the next stream, man.
Thank you.
Those streams are actually pretty cool. I've definitely tuned in. So yeah, keep it up, man. Keep it up.
Man, a lot of companies can learn from that.
Yeah. I
Just
think so,
that kind
too.
of constant communication.
Yeah, intimacy is what I would call it.
Intimacy.
Intimacy.
Yeah. Okay, that was weird. All right, now it's time to talk about streamers we think you should check out. Actually, before we do that, let's just talk about games.
All right. If we're gonna talk about,
Sorry, people in the control room.
yeah,
What
sure.
are you playing, Ethan?
What am I playing?
What are you playing right now?
The same thing I've always been playing, and I feel like you a little bit, but I still cannot shake the PUBG bug, man.
Everyone's on this PUBG. I
It's
feel like
so good.
I feel like a Windows or Xbox outsider. Sorry, I tried to play. No,
That was good. Like
At least you
Windows
clapped for
Xbox
it.
Insider
Yeah,
program.
yeah.
Is that what you were going for?
Yeah,
I
kind
thought
of.
it was a good bit.
Sort of.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
but like I'm sad that I'm not playing PUBG.
You'll get it.
What has got you so kind of in I don't know what I'm saying. Why are you playing so much?
Why am I
There you
playing so
go.
much?
Yeah.
It's the energy. It's the constant heart rate changes from like everything's cool and chill and we're looting this house and then you hear a gunshot and
Yeah.
everyone's just like deer in the headlights. Where the hell did that come from?
Yeah.
And like there's something to be said about that.
Ooh.
A game that gives you that genuine fear with your friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. Because even as I'm watching the games, I don't get that same sense of that like thrill.
Yeah.
But I've heard that so much that it's really tense.
Once it comes out on Xbox and you jump on it, man, like those the first game I ever played was me hiding in a house until the ring killed me. Because I was like way too scared to
yeah.
leave. Like it was just, I had no idea what would be out there. Like I heard a gunshot and that was, again, early in my career.
Yeah.
So I just like was too scared to move, man.
Now you're a veteran.
Yes.
Now you're good.
Yes.
You're
And
pro.
they're adding a bunch of new features and all that good stuff. Like vaulting, finally. Anyone that's a PUBG player knows that vaulting
Oh,
sucks.
vaulting's in there finally, jumping through windows and such. I'm playing Halo, so let's we can skip that. Don't even ask me. All right, now it's time to talk about streamers that we think you should check out. And our first streamer is Sage the Only. A 20-year-old streamer with a heart of gold, Sage streams a variety of games. He's got a passion for supporting others and interacting with his community. He streams to impact people, and if he can make one person's day better or even to be there when they are down, then he feels as though he's done his job. Sage also has a Discord called the Mixer Streamer Network that is exclusively for Mixer streamers as well as new streamers from other platforms. The goal being to come and network and to understand our tight-knit community. His big rule, be yourself. He currently teaches English as a second language to adults and is studying air traffic control. Follow him on Twitter at @TheSageOnly.
So interesting. Air traffic control.
Oh man.
That is
Sage
awesome.
the Only.
Sage the Only.
Sage, what did I say?
No, I think you said that. Oh, you did?
Sage the Only.
Sage
Sage
the
the Only. Sorry, Sage.
That's awesome. All right, up next, we have Cranky Canuck. Many of you in chat might know this man. He is a self-described cranky old fart who causes mayhem and madness as he wanders the great interwebs. Cranky hosts a morning web show where he and his special guests discuss gaming and other wonderful parts of geek culture. But buckle up and make sure to plug your kids' ears because Cranky's channel is not appropriate for younger audiences. He's guaranteed to make your grandmother and her cat blush, which is great because Cranky's cat Cece always appreciates new friends. I can't, that's so funny. She also makes occasional on-camera appearances, so keep an eye out for the real star of the show. That cat is precious. One of his taglines is give respect, get respect. If not, get out. So make sure you're ready for honest and often vulgar talk, real talk. Check him out on Twitter at the Cranky Canuck.
Love that.
He's goofy, man. He's
Yeah.
so goofy. I love it.
That's awesome, man. All right, so Image68 is next. Image might be one of the most chill people on Mixer. She's a variety streamer that loves to jump from game to game. Anytime there's a new title, she's on board and keeps the rotation going every few weeks. Her main reason for streaming is to focus and finish a game for the audience. She loves to see her stories through. She also loves to play survival games like Don't Starve Together and Oxygen Not Included, the goal being to help teach others how to play as well as joining with them to take on the doom and gloom together. Follow her on Twitter at Image6805.
I definitely watch Image a lot at work because she's so, like, relaxing. It's the same thing. Like, she's chill. It's just, like, so easy background noise
Nice.
while I'm getting stuff done.
Yeah,
I
good
dig
for
it.
productivity. Nice.
Those are all three great streamers. You should definitely check them out.
Check them out.
But we have another great screamer. We have another great streamer
It's a streamer
for you.
soapbox.
Yes,
I think that's the
is that what we're
title.
calling? Okay.
I think that's what we're calling.
They really want us to force that down. Yes, streamer soapbox. That is what we're calling this next segment. You guys know we always after this segment interview someone over Skype using magic, the only way to describe the internet.
Yeah.
So without further ado, please welcome to the show, Casters. Casters.
Hey! Oh my
How's it
gosh,
going?
what's up, guys?
Hey. There we
Oh
go.
my
There we
gosh.
go.
Welcome to the show. So, Cassius, let's
Thank
kick it
you
off.
for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So, how did you get into streaming?
Well, it started with kind of a lack of satisfaction from doing YouTube. I did YouTube for about 2 years, and there was always something missing. There was something that was kind of like lonely about it, and streaming was totally that answer, like the live interaction with people and live viewers. It was totally what I was
You,
missing,
Ethan.
man.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. I've actually heard that before. We had Swing Point on a few weeks ago, and he had the same thing about the difference between making videos on YouTube and being on Mixer and streaming broadcasting. So that's awesome.
Oh, for sure, for sure. It's kind of lonely when you're making YouTube content, and when you get a chance to stream and have that live feedback instantly, it's like a whole new world. You can't go back.
Nice.
Nice.
That is that honestly, I feel like every streamer feels that way. Like that's when I look at YouTube, I feel like that's the big thing that's missing. And the beauty of Mixer and FTL is that not only are you interacting with chat, but you're interacting with chat like that. And that is so
Faster than light.
yeah, nice. And I'm not just plugging that, but I do think it's cool, right?
Yeah.
That you can that like chat like do you have people casters, you might be able to answer this, but aren't people like new people to the site? They come in and you respond and they're like, what the heck? That was so fast. And I don't like I always
Yeah.
got that, yeah.
They're like, what the heck? This is so fast. And then just right away, they're astounded by the community of Mixers. So the
Yeah.
FTL speed is amazing. And then just the community, it's like a double whammy. They have to stay.
Yeah, you're totally right. So you started with YouTube, but how long have you actually been streaming?
I've been streaming since September of last year. So we're coming up on a year next month. What the heck, man?
Ooh. Well, happy
Woo!
early anniversary.
Yeah, congrats. That's huge.
Early anniversary.
There you go. More dancing. I love it. So what games do you
Oh,
usually
we dance.
Oh, we dance.
We dance on my stream.
Nice.
That's what I love
We
to hear.
we game a little, but we dance a lot. No, I'm just kidding.
There you go.
That's great. That's great.
So what games do you usually stream?
Well, right now, PUBG has me in its holds. Like,
Oh,
it's just,
PUBG.
guys, who is not affected by that PUBG bug,
Yeah,
man? It's so good.
preach.
And
I
it's so
know.
entertaining to watch. It's like, it's one of the only games where I have as much fun watching other people stream it as I do, like, playing it myself. So it's just it's a fun time. It's so
And not-
tense for
Yeah,
the chat and for
exactly.
the streamer.
I almost feel like every time someone mentions PUBG, they're rubbing it in that I'm not playing.
But you're
it
not
yet.
playing it.
I'm in pain. I'm in pain.
But it's like even like all of Mixer is playing it. It's so strong, it's so commanding that like half the top streamers are playing PUBG at any given time because everybody's obsessed with it right now. It's
And it's so much fun. I mean,
yeah.
you can play duos or solos, and it's such a good time, no matter which type you play. And with the nature of the circle, it's like a different game every single match. So it's a good game. It's a good game.
It is.
But I do enjoy other games too. I'm mostly like a Minecraft, Subnautica, survival crafty kind of player.
Nice.
Those are usually my staple games. So PUBG has been a little out of the norm for me.
Wow.
That speaks a lot to PUBG that it was able to grab
does.
somebody from another genre.
Yeah, totally.
That is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Do you have any like favorite streaming stories? It's a
Do
big
they have
question.
to be from my own streams? Because my absolute favorite
no.
streaming story is a different streamer.
No, absolutely
it.
not.
Okay, so go back to theme week when Beam became Mixer. Oh, what a
Oh
happy time.
man, that was a good week.
And it was Tropical Tuesday, and I got to see my dear friend Mr. Joker dress up in a bikini, coconut, and bra, and proceed to get makeup put on by his wife to look like a mermaid. And it was the greatest thing ever. Watching him like try to get mascara in his eye, like it was, it was the best thing I've ever seen.
It's really funny you bring
on
up
the
that.
live stream.
It's so funny you bring up that story because I was his partner manager at the time, and I was on my honeymoon during theme week, so I didn't get to enjoy it. And I totally watched his stream because he told me about that, and I got
It was
yelled
amazing.
at. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, my wife was not happy, but it was amazing. You're right. That's great.
You enjoyed it a little too much?
Yeah, well, the fact that I'm using any kind of media on my honeymoon.
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess
Okay, Ed.
that's kind of
That's a bit
digging the,
problematic.
digging
Yeah.
the ditch.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so streaming later this year coming for me. I'm going to be #1 streamer in the world. But I need some tips. What are some tips that you can give to me or any of our fans?
This will sound extremely cheesy and corny,
Sure.
but you have to stream to have fun. You can't stream to think you're going to get famous. You can't stream for money. You have to stream because you genuinely enjoy it, which sounds like the corniest like advice ever. But if you aren't having fun, your audience feels that you aren't having fun, and they're going to know that. So you need to do it for the right reasons. Make sure that your heart is in it and you're truly having fun while you're growing your channel. But actual tips, network your butt off. Work a lot on your branding. Have a cool look and feel to your stream. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
You know, have something that makes you stand out from the rest of the crowd. Whether it's like an overlay, little image, little pop up.
Like
you know?
like
I
a
got, like,
space
little-
station?
like a little space sub that you ride around in.
Ooh.
You know, do something that kind of makes you stand out from the crowd, and be consistent.
Yeah.
Those are
Those are
have
some.
fun, be consistent, be unique.
Yeah,
Those
be
are good.
unique. Yeah.
What would you do to
Okay.
be unique, Malik?
Um.
Besides wear the same shirt as me.
Wow. I wore this first. I guarantee you, I woke up first and put it on. I don't know actually. I think those are some great tips. I'm gonna have to think on this a little bit. I'll get back to you guys in 2 weeks when I'm back.
Sounds
That's rename
good.
himself Unique Malik. There we go.
Unique
It rhymes.
Malik.
Ah, there you go.
You
That
made
is
it.
that is awesome. That is awesome.
And now somebody's taking it, so that's fine.
yeah. Yeah.
Yep, let me grab that username.
Yeah.
Oh, those are great, man.
All right. I think this is you.
Oh, fine. All right. So we asked Hunks to man this, I think, last week, and
It's like
he
our new
couldn't.
question.
He
Yeah.
couldn't answer this question, so I think we want to reuse it.
Yeah,
but
let's
it
do it.
is, casters. This is a very difficult question, and it's really deep, and we're anxious to hear your opinion. It is your last dinner on Earth. What 3 video game characters would you invite?
Link from The Legend of Zelda.
Okay, Link.
Ocarina of Time specifically, because he's a boss. And you know
He's a
what? He
boss.
doesn't talk much, so he wouldn't talk over me. I
Oh.
wouldn't have to worry about that with Link.
Yeah, that's a thing when you're trying to eat and someone's talking. You're like, yeah, okay.
Got it,
yeah,
got it. Can I eat?
So that's a
He
good.
wouldn't
That's
talk with his mouth full, you know.
yeah.
That's
Yoshi,
awesome.
because he would finish all the food that no one else would, you know. He'd
Oh,
just grab it.
interesting.
right up.
Okay,
It'd
okay.
be cute to watch him want to eat, you know. I'd be like, sweet, watch Yoshi eat and have a meal. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Mhm.
Oh,
Who would the
two.
third be?
What would the third be?
Mm.
Will you
Master
have
Chief. I need to hear his war stories
Master
against
Chief.
Covenant.
Master Chief?
And in order
Master
for him
Chief.
to eat, he has to take off his helmet.
Which has never happened in
Right?
the games.
Oh,
Oh,
face. Who even knows? Well, I
Yeah.
guess we've heard his voice.
yeah.
He'd have a
yes.
gruff
The
sheep.
sultry
Yeah,
sounds.
it's whatever.
Sultry sounds of Master Chief. That's a good.
That's a good 3.
dinner guest.
And like
yeah.
very practical, very practical.
Yeah.
You got your garbage disposal, you got your person that doesn't talk,
And then Master Chief.
and then
I
Master
mean,
Chief. That's like a date.
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
A date with
That'd be
Master
like the
Chief.
best dinner ever, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would. It would.
All right. So where can people find you before you go? Plug all your stuff.
You can find me at mixer.com/casters. I'm on Twitter and Discord on the same handle. And you can find me at 9 a.m. Central on weekday mornings. I don't stream on the weekends. Sorry, guys.
Ooh,
Oh, that makes sense.
that was good too. Like that sounded very that voice that was like perfect.
Yeah.
You
The
can find
official announcer voice.
me. Yeah, that was great, Casters. And that's Casters with a 3
Yes.
in the as the
3RC. What
yes.
up?
3. Yes. What are you saying? It's in chat.
It's
All right,
in
as long as you
chat.
got the link in chat, because it's easy to just miss that. Casters, thank you
Thank you so much. Yeah,
Yes.
this has been awesome. Thank you so much
Thanks
for your
for
tips.
having me, guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
Casters, everyone. All right.
Oh,
This
she
has
was
been our
great.
longest episode ever.
It was fun.
I love it. Yeah.
I know, and-
you guys
and-
loved it, didn't you, in chat? Yes. Please say yes.
The producer says yes. No one said yes in chat. But you're leaving.
I'm leaving for a week.
Yeah.
Oh, that was very
Thank God.
dramatic.
Thank God.
Man. Yeah. Oh, that was nice of you to say
Yeah.
thank God. You don't want me? Okay.
I couldn't lose you.
Oh,
Not
I
yet.
appreciate that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be back in 2 weeks. So I'm really excited to see Ethan do the show all by himself next week.
I'm not going to do it alone. We got to find someone.
I don't know.
But no one's going to replace you, my friend.
Oh, man. That was very nice. And with that, we'll go to teleprompter. Be sure to check out our next episode of Tips and Tricks next and every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. And at 3:30 p.m., we'll be giving some of these HyperX mice and Mousepads away. I can't
Yeah.
speak,
No, that's
but
fine.
you saw them earlier, so they should be.
Yeah, you want to bust them out again? Here,
Are
give
we
them to
gonna
me.
bust
Give
them
them to
out?
me. We're giving these out next week, baby, so make sure you tune in. Oh.
Yeah.
Hold one. Hold one.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, great.
So watch Twitter at Mixer for details and tune in next and every week.
We'll be right here on mixer.com/channel1. Thanks for tuning
Yeah.
in, everybody.
Dun, dun, dun.